Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this video. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for clicking in to watch. So guys, you know that a lot of people are trying to run away from sugar, especially diabetic patients. They don't like sugar, or rather they are asked not to take sugar. But you can see that this is a very beautiful way to eat something sugary without eating sugar, actually something sweet without it being sugar. And this is actually plant sugar. That's the date. I don't know if you know about date, but as you know, as you watch this video to the very end, you are going to watch how to make date syrup. It's like honey, but I feel that date syrup is healthier than honey. One will ask why. Because most of this honey we buy, you don't even know whether it's real honey, because sometimes people cook sugar and mix it with a little honey and begin to sell. Because my father was a victim of that. He bought honey and they said it was honey, but it wasn't honey. So you can actually use it to sip gari. That's why I'm showing you this. You also watch where I used it as jam. This is African jam. If I used to call it African jam because you make it with plant sugar, which is dates. And then you can use it to do your jam for bread. You can use it to toast bread. You can do anything with it. So right down, first of all, pour your water, enough water into a bowl, into your pot, because this is the water you're going to use to boil it. So you wash the bowl, use it to wash the dates before boiling it. So guys, watch this video to the very end. This is step by step on how to make your date syrup. It's actually a very lucrative business if you ask me. It's just that now dates are so expensive. So one will wonder how many mudus of dates. For those of you who live in Nigeria, in Abuja, you know a mudu is just that, it's like a measurement used to measure things in the north or central, just Abuja, the north and its environs. They use that plate called mudu. It's a measurement. So people will ask you, how many measurements do you need to even have up to like a liter? So when you watch this video, you are going to understand how to make this from the comfort of your home. If you're looking to start a business, this is actually a very good business, because a lot of people are not taking normal sugar. They are staying away from sugar, and this is plant sugar. You can imagine. So when you are using this as a sweetener for everything you eat at home, like you have a diabetic patient, you can make this for them. You have maybe you are trying to ensure that your kids don't eat normal sugar, the regular sugar. You can decide to use this as your sweetener for anything you want to eat. So before now, I've always had these customers that will tell me, "Mommy Triplet, please, we want date syrup. I'll tell them, see, dates are expensive. She'll say, no problem, anyhow. So I'll show you a bottle I used to sell then, about 2 years ago. I used to sell that bottle for 4,000 naira, and they will buy. If I tell them it's 5,000, they will buy, because they know that it's not easy producing date to get the quantity or even quality of syrup. Now, most times you see a lot of people do date syrup and it's so watery because they want to make it such that they will make gain, but I don't do that. I ensure that I make my own so thick that you even think it's jam. Of course, you are going to watch this video to the end and you will learn a lot. Just follow this video step by step on how everything was done. You can see that I washed it like twice. I washed it very well, because you need to wash it very well. Even though you are going to boil it, you need to still wash it very well before putting it in the pot to put on the fire. So that's what I did here. Keep watching, guys. So now you just pour everything into the pot with enough water and boil. One will ask, for how long should I boil this thing? I tell people, as long as you just boil it for it to be very soft. You don't have, I can't say 1 hour, I can't say 2 hours, because some dates are very soft, some are very hard. So boil it until your date is very soft, because if you boil it very soft, it will be easy for you to express or extract the syrup. Because if you don't boil it very soft, it won't pound well, it won't blend well. So I usually advise people to blend it boil it very soft, so that the blending process will be easy. So, and I'll allow you guys watch this video to the very end and tell me what you don't understand on the comments, and I'll be here to respond to all your all your questions. There's no stupid question on this channel. So we are, putting on the gas now so that we could boil it. So there's no stupid question on this channel. Every question is important. We will answer every question you drop on the comments. For clarification, we'll answer. And that is why I didn't want to do this video very short without showing you all the process. I had to follow everything through so that you understand. Since it's a tutorial video, so this is what we'll be using to express the blended soft date. So I decided to wash it because it's been in the bag for months now and I've not used it. And please always wash your utensils or whatever you're going to use to produce your dates. Wash it properly. So I was using that morning fresh now to wash it properly so that every dirt will leave. One of the things I love to do is wash my hands whenever I'm doing anything in the kitchen. I love to wash because I hate dirt. And in fact, I remember one of my friends saying this one that there's coronavirus now. Mommy Triplet is going to overwash things. In fact, we'll sanitize all our bodies before we enter our house. That's on a lighter note. It's good to always wash things to stay healthy. So if you want to actually start doing date syrup as a business, I would advise that you watch this video very, very well. And in fact, even after watching this video, you still want to come back to rewatch it, it's fine. It's just for you to do this as a business because it will help you. A lot of people buy date syrup. Most people do not know how to do date syrup the right way, and that is why I decided to take my time. I've been procrastinating shooting this video. I've been procrastinating, and today I said to myself, no, I need to make this now and now. So we washed this now. I brought out the mortar and pestle, washed it also to set it aside, preparing for the main deal. Guys, watch this video to the very end. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Give us a thumb up. That's like the video. Share this video to your friends, your family, to different groups. It's going to help a lot of people to start a business as the year just started. Because for some, the year started in January. For some, the year started in February. Because people feel that since January is usually the fasting month, a lot of people would not start their year because they want to use the first month for the Lord, praying and fasting and all of that. But so they start their year actually from February, and most people who join contributions actually join February so that they'll do their first fruit and all that in January. So if you know that you have people who have been asking, what kind of business should I do? This is a perfect business for you to do, because if you make this date syrup, I have a customer in Utako Market who had begged me severally to make date syrup for him to sell. And one day I was passing by his shop and he showed me one date syrup somebody brought. It was rubbish. I'm sorry to say, but that was just the case. It was watery. It didn't have base, nothing. It wasn't thick. You couldn't use it as jam. But by the time you are done watching this, you'll see that you can actually use this date syrup as jam and use it for bread toast. You can use it for a lot of things. You can actually use it for a lot of things. Yeah, you can use it for your gari, your bread, anything you can use jam for, or anything you can use. You can even use it for pap. Yeah, there are times I'll make date syrup and we use it for pap. So you can see it's already boiling seriously. So we allowed it to boil very well, and sometimes you open it, you use a spoon to check it, because sometimes it looks like it's really boiled or it's looking soft. When you pick it with the spoon to check, it's not really soft, so you still have to give it that time to boil properly. So we allowed it to boil well to very soft. So we covered and still came back to check it. So I kept checking. You need to keep checking. You don't just leave it. You keep checking, using spoon to pick out the some of the date to check it, to know whether it's very soft or not, because you really need it very, very, very soft so that blending will be easy. Thank you guys for watching. Please share this video, subscribe, turn on bell notification, because we'll be bringing you a lot of tutorials on what to make you make money this year. It's 2024. We are not even going to slack, so we are going to do it for the records. Yes, we are going to learn a lot of things to make money. We need the money. Yeah, keep watching, guys. So I was still checking on it. That's what I kept doing. You can see it's already, sometimes when you see it broken like this, you feel that it's already soft. No, still check it to be sure that it's very, very soft. And for the water, I'm going to show you something I used the water for, something you really like. In another video, you're going to see what I use this water for, because the water is very, very sweet as we speak. So I'll show you what I use this water for in another video. And that is why I'm saying you should turn on bell notification. You should not click out too. So now we have prepped our mortar, and we are about to show you the next step. And see that, you see, I use a perforated spoon so that it can drain the water before it enters the mortar. So we did this to the end. Yeah, pack out everything. The water is actually very clean. Remember that we washed this date properly before boiling, so the water is very, very clean. There's no sand underneath, there's nothing, no dirt. Everything is clean. Yeah, so we packed everything into the mortar, and then we started to blend it. Somebody was saying that she cannot go through this thing. That in fact, I'm trying, that she would rather buy from me than go through this, that she doesn't have time for this kind of thing. I said, well, I have to teach those. I'm doing it to teach those who may have the time to do it. And because a lot of people are looking for how to make ends meet. So you can imagine that you're doing this thing from the comfort of your home, and you're making money, you're having customers. Just open a Facebook page or an Instagram page and start this business. I'm telling you, you would thank me later. You can see the water now. That is the water. So we'll set it aside for something that will be coming in another video. Fingers crossed, guys. Always ensure that you pound very well, neatly. Pound well. In fact, at this point, my son walked into the kitchen. I said, Mommy, can I help you? I said, no, don't worry, because they saw that I was doing everything alone. Because you know how it is when you are teaching people something, you want to do it yourself so that you can like pass the knowledge properly. So I was pounding, and you need to pound it properly. Don't pound until the seed. And that's why I tell people that you should boil it properly, because if you boil it very soft, you don't need so much energy to pound. By so doing pounding, you don't even need to pound the seed. Of course, the seed is very hard, so it's not possible for you to pound the seed, but just pound it and ensure it blends properly. All you need is something smooth, and you get the result you desire. So I'm going to be showing you how it turned out. Keep watching, guys. Thank you so much for clicking in to watch. Thank you for being very patient, because this is going to wow you. Of course, you saw the outcome earlier, but you're going to see how we got to that level. Keep watching, guys. Thank you so much for being here and watching to this point. I do not take it for granted at all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. You see the water we just added. Now we are going to stir. Yeah. We are going to stir it properly before we go to the next step. Yeah. It's actually very, nice to make your own sweeteners at home. There's one of my customers that buys this thing always. Like, she can buy like 3-4 bottles, and she actually referred me to someone else in her office, but right now she has relocated to the UK. I'm sure if she sees this video, or if she sees the link and watches it, she'll be like, "Hi, mommy triplet, it's not fair. You didn't give me my dates. you didn't make dates for me. She loves my dates. She tells me that each time she goes out to buy date syrup, she doesn't get the quality of date syrup I make for her. And that's the point, or that's what makes me very happy or excited working for my customers, because I go all out to give them quality. Because if you give people quality, they always come back, they always refer you to someone, all of those things, and that's very good. Integrity should be your watchword in business. When you're doing any business, you can see now we are about to start saving. So watch this video. I'm sure you're wondering, is this what people go through to make date syrup? Yes, it's not a joke. And that is why when people kept asking, Mommy Triplet, make date syrup now, show us how to make it, I told them, well, you have to pay me like, for me to make date syrup, you have to pay me like 1 million naira. They thought it was a joke. It's not a joke. It's hard work. You need to know what to do next, and after that, what next to do, and all of that. So now we are expressing the juice out of what you saw earlier. Keep watching. I didn't want to cut this video. I want you to watch the video to the very end and learn. Because most times people will say, how can someone do tutorial in 3 minutes and the person did not even understand what was taught? That was why I said, let me do this one step by step so that you understand it. And if you have any question, do not hesitate to ask. Like I said earlier, there are no stupid questions on this channel. Every question is important. Every question is important, and I will be here to answer them all for you. Yeah. So if you have a diabetic patient at home, you have a hospital where they have diabetic patients, they can actually be your customers, because they can actually eat this, because it's healthy, it's plant sugar, that the sweetness comes from plant, and of course anything plant is nature, so it's healthier than honey. Now, is honey not healthy? Honey is healthy, but will you see healthy honey? Is it possible to see 100% honey? Because most of them, because they want to make gain, they cut corners. You can see this is the shaft. We are going to discard it, but this shaft can actually be used for something else, and I think I will teach you people in another video. I didn't want this video to be too long, and that is why I tried to leave out some details that didn't concern this particular video. So I decided to continue doing this, expressing it, and showing you people how to become the billionaire you have been eyeing to be. Yeah, that's what this thing can actually make you a billionaire. You don't know? Yes, it can. It can, because the date syrup has a very big market, a very, very large market for Abuja alone. In fact, there were people who were ready to become my distributors outside Abuja. Yeah, because they knew that my date syrups were selling out. If I make date syrup, like my other customer also had relocated to the UK. She loved it. One thing I want to tell you about date syrup is, if you are married and you want to greet your husband, or your husband wants to greet you in the night, or whenever you used to check on yourselves, you know what I mean, in the other room kind of activity, date syrup is very good for you. One day I'll teach you people how to make date powder, but for today, let's just stay with date syrup. So if you want to greet your husband, you want to do the do in the other room, date syrup is your go-to. Yeah, because as it is now, imagine taking date syrup with, maybe you want to sip gari or pap or cornflakes or anything you want to take, and instead of using sugar, you replace it with the date syrup, and then you will discover that your husband and yourself are going to enjoy, or yourself and your wife will enjoy. Don't ask me how, I don't know, but just take the syrup, just buy it from us or try it at home and use it as your sweetener for 1 week and come back with your testimony. And also date syrup also corrects hormonal imbalance. Yes, if date syrup is the only thing you are taking, and also staying away from taking fruits or vegetables that have been preserved, or let's say fruits that are preserved with carbohydrate, like banana or plantain, if you stay away from those carbohydrates and you're having difficulty conceiving, I'm telling you for free, stay on date. dates, you can chew dates like that. It's very filling, so that's why you see that the Muslims always use this during their fasting period. They eat it in the morning very early. Don't worry about this place that is blood, it's not part of the video, so that will be in another video. So it's, I don't know how it got into this point. So we're pouring back that expressed the what you saw us extracting earlier on with the sieve. So we poured it into this and placed it on the fire to boil. Ensure you check it while you place it on fire. Always check it. Don't just feel that it's watery so you just go and relax. No, always check it, and please do not cover it. Allow it boil. You can see it's already boiling. Seriously, it will boil like this. You come back, check it, go back, do whatever you're doing, but please let your eyes be on this. Do not leave it to say, oh, I'm busy, I'm doing something else. If not, you come back and you not meet anything. Yes, it's fast, it boils faster. I know it's let me say all. I can actually use this to make oil. Yes, date oil. But for now, this is a syrup. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video to this very point, because we are almost at the end of this video. But watch it to the end. This is another time I opened it to check again, and it was really bringing out the juice. Yeah, you can see everything is dancing together to produce our date syrup. So I used the spoon now to stir it and check it. I saw that it was still in the process of brewing. It's like you're brewing something. So I allowed it. I stirred it a little. It's not necessary, but I did that. I stirred it a little, and then it was ready. You can see you might not just necessarily leave it like this, but I wanted it very thick, and that is what we've gotten now. We've gotten our date syrup. So once it gets to that point, it's ready. You leave it for some time to cool off before you pack it. Before you pack it, leave it to cool off before you pack it. So that's what we did. Just look at that. This looks like honey, right? It looks like honey. So we are going to do testing now. We're testing it on the plate to see how it goes. If it's not very thick, if you put it like this, it will just pour immediately, like it will just spread on the plate. But in this one, you can see what we are doing. Just watch and see what we are doing here. Have you seen? You see? Yeah. So really love to share this video to your friends, your family members, your loved ones. So I decided to show you how to use it as jam. You see how it is now. You spread it around. At this point, I was doing this and still allowing it to cool. Always allow it to cool very well before packing it into the maybe breakable jar or whatever you want to preserve it with. And people have asked me, how do you preserve? The best way is to put it in your fridge, not freezer. In your fridge. You can see what I'm doing now. I beat it and brought it back. You can see that everybody in the house enjoyed it. They really enjoyed it. They enjoyed it a whole lot. So I also did this. I put my gari inside the cup like this, and then I added water to show you that you can actually use it for what? To soak your gari, for those of us who are Nigerians. And then you add your water, you sieve it. After sieving it, you add your date syrup. Voila. And if date syrup is very thick, you just need little, and it will be enough for your soaking of gari. It will be enough. Very enough for you. You don't need sugar, and it's so nice. I wish I had pap at home. I would have also shown you how to use pap for it. Oh God, if you see it in pap, it's so yummy. You don't want to know. Yes, guys, it's so yummy. So that's where I said, let me take you guys along. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned anything from this video, drop on the comment, please. Drop on the comment section. I want to read from you. I want to read from you guys. What did you learn? Is this the first time you're seeing date syrup being done? So I'd watched this, jar here, and I'm about to fill it with the date syrup. Somebody was telling me that she would rather buy from me than go through all of this, but it's good to know how to make it. It's very, very important. Yeah. So that sometimes when you're on leave from work, or you have some holiday period, you could try all of these things. You don't necessarily need to buy them. Yeah, you can try them out. Some people put it in those hard cellophane bags to sell. You could do all of these. There are other smaller containers you could make. So you're wondering, is this the only one you produced? No, there's more. As you see it like that, we need to spread it out, and it to enter almost full of this. Just wait, watch out, and see how it came out. Thank you so much for watching this video. Just look at the quality. It's giving 10 over 10 minus nothing. Yeah. So what do you want us to do? Share the video for us. Anything you want us to teach again, drop it on the comment, and I will sure teach you how to do it. Thank you, and see you in our next one. Bye.